Okay. All right, so we're gonna go over what we did today. So we started by doing this. Any kind of underarm turn we do always has the same footwork. It doesn't matter the hands. She's always gonna step forward. She's gonna turn and put her other foot, her right foot, back in the same place, and then she's gonna spin and land that way, regardless of the hands. If it's different hands, it's always the same turn, right? Nothing different. Okay. Then we went over in a cumbia step, which when we start out, if we do it like this, we're facing each other. Very easy. However, when we change it and maybe the guy goes behind the woman, that one's usually okay. But then if maybe the guy gets in front, this is where if the ladies look at the guy like that, they end up going the wrong direction. So it's important for the ladies not to look at the guy's feet. If you need to, close your eyes or look somewhere else. So that way she can keep doing her cumbia step no matter where I go. If I go in front, she keeps going the same, nothing changes. Okay, I can switch back to behind, and again, nothing changes and everything's going fine. However, if you come out and look for the feet, it's easy to get off and do something different, okay? Let's see, oh, crossbody leads. All right, let's go from this side. Even though a crossbody lead will curve to the left or curve to the right, it's mostly a figure. The ladies want to think that they're traveling straight. So that when I open up out of her way, she's gonna start to walk past me. She'll curve towards me because I'm holding on to her. Okay, but if I wasn't holding on to her, she would simply just walk straight through until she turns because she hits the end of the arm. So what's important is for the ladies that when there's the guy opens up, like a crossbody lead, so she knows she's gonna travel, and he raises the arm, is that she doesn't turn right away, but that she walks forward until the arm turns her at the end. Okay? So do it the wrong way so you can show yourself. So if she were to try to turn, she would end up right in place. Okay? Versus if she just walks, she automatically will do the same turn, but she will be over where she's supposed to be. Okay? The other little tip on that was that the turn to the left in a crossbody lead turns a little sooner than the turn to the right. For instance, if she was to walk under my arm, she would walk more forward and turn later. You don't have to think about it, it just happens. So this is why the ladies' focus is always just to go forward, not to try to turn. Okay, so we did our crossbody leads, our basic footwork for the turn, our cumbia steps, not looking at the guy's feet, and then we also had, some styling we went over, okay? So I will go through this way so that I can do the first one. First option is just to simply place the hand on the hip, which creates a nice little style. Very important that the arm doesn't collapse, like this. There you go. Because, now do a turn like that, so you can see it later. It just doesn't look as pretty as it looks like, you're getting... Alright, so the other option was to stylize with the hand. Okay, so we'll do that one from this side. So she's going to leave the hand down, and as she turns, when her body stops, the arm will continue, and we'll go across. We'll start doing that again, but nice and slow. So we come across to the far side, combing the hair and dropping down to the neck. Okay, that's just the turn. That's just this part. Then the lady will continue to bring it down her side as she rocks back to her hip, so that she can then have a resting place for her arm while the guy maybe does whatever. If he's turning or whatever, she still has her arm in a nice stylized place until he asks for it. Yes?
So actually this one from here to here is on this rock.
Yes, yeah, go and do it on the back rock, because if you do it on the turn, whip it and then slowly bring it down as you rock back, and take your time. It doesn't need to all be fast. Okay, so try that again. She's going to rock back. She's going to stylize the hair and then slowly bring it down. Okay, and you can bring it down slow or takes this time. Okay, the last thing we did, we went over pivot drills for the crossbody lead with the turn. Okay, so if we're doing let's come from over here. If we're going to do a crossbody lead with the turn, rock back for me. Okay, and she's doing her pivots, what's important is that if the man moves out of your way to create a pathway, that your turn travels. Okay? If the man wants you to stay in place, then he'll stay in front of you. If he opens up a space, it's because he wants you to travel. So whether you just walk or whether you turn, it's always going to go somewhere if the man opens up. Okay? So in this case, if I'm going to open up out of her way, she's going to make her turns travel. Say that one more time. So a good one for the video. Okay? So she's going to rock back and turn, turn, turn. Okay, good. And the same thing would happen if we turned her to the inside. She would have turn, turn, turn. That was very nice, by the way.
Oh,
you just did that. Oh, very good. And she's ready to hold beat 8 and then rock back on her right foot, which is very important. The lady always finishes on her left and doesn't fall onto her right foot too soon. Otherwise, she can't rock back. She holds beat 8, rocks back 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for the practice with the pivot turns, let me just go and do this. What you want to be able to practice is you want to be able to step onto your left foot using the momentum from the step to turn. Try not to think of step and then turn because you'll end up having to use your shoulders. You want to use the step, the momentum from the step to coast around. But then very important is that you stay on your left foot. There's no weight on the right. Okay, then you want to be able to do the same thing with the right foot. You want to be able to step onto the right foot using your momentum to coast around, and ideally, again, you stay on the right foot with no weight on the left. This one's a little trickier, so it's easy to kind of fall forward, but then get back on the right foot, so you stay there. Ideally, you'll step on the right and stay on the right. Then with the left foot, you'll step forward your left foot, staying on your left foot, with the right foot pulled in just a little bit, so that you're nice and balanced and you can hold beat 8. Okay, so when you're doing these together, you would step forward, back, forward, and you would hold. Okay, so breaking it down a bit slower, you want to step forward on the left, stay on the left. Step back on the right, stay on the right. Step forward on the left, stay on the left, with the right foot kind of collected underneath for balance. Then you would hold beat 8 and rock back 1, 2, 3. And that is the pivot drill exercises which I torture my students with. So, good. Anything else we need to go over?
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so. That was good.
Okay.
So, it was a fun lesson.
Thank you.